All right, so move on to the next segment. Should the UFC introduce a new division? Should the UFC have a 165-pound division in the world of MMA and combat sports? So to me personally, I do believe that the UFC could benefit of bringing in a new division. I do believe that the UFC could benefit in a big way if they brought in a new division at the 165-pound division. I do believe that division could take UFC to new heights and new levels if they brought in a new division at 165 pounds. I understand that the weight divisions are different between boxing and MMA, boxing and UFC, but the gap between the lightweight division and the welterweight division is pretty significant, and it is pretty big in the UFC. That's a big gap of 155 pounds to 170 pounds. That's a huge gap. And I do believe if the UFC could introduce a 165-pound division, you could call this division the super lightweight division, and have a tournament. And the fun part about it is the UFC could have a tournament to crown the new 165-pound division if Dana White and company decided to do this. A pretty cool 6-pack, 8-pack tournament. 8 caliber fighters fighting to become the first ever 165-pound champion in the UFC. And I think the division, a future 165-pound division would do very well. I do believe it would be good promoting-wise, marketable-wise. It would be a good division. And why not have a new division? Because we see now it's more popular than ever that the UFC loves crowning double champions. At the lightweight division, you only got somebody that's got to climb up 10 pounds to potentially become a double champion, or someone in the welterweight division to go down a few 5 pounds just to get a double championship reign going. So I think that'd be pretty awesome. I think this is well overdue, and I think one more new division wouldn't hurt. Again, that is a big gap of 155 pounds to 170 pounds in the UFC. Why not have a super lightweight division in the world of MMA inside the UFC world? But those are my thoughts on if UFC should bring in a new division in the calendar year 2024.